All right, I wasn't going to do a movie review of the movie we saw last night for Tuesday night movie night, but I am on my way to work this morning and, of course, thinking about this movie. We saw last night A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, and that is my poor attempt at an Irish accent. I can't do it, obviously. And I was going to comment on my favorite quote of the movie, and that was going to be it. However, thinking about the movie today, if you haven't seen the trailer for A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, let me tell you, it's kind of like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and the Butterfly Effect, and A Christmas Carol all had a love child. So let me explain the premise. A Christmas Carol takes you into the ghost of Christmas past, Christmas present, Christmas future, whatever. These doors only take you into the past. The door, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, you walk through the door into a magical parallel. So there's no ghosts, there's no chaperone. In fact, their chaperone is a GPS machine that is put into their cars. They both found themselves in situations where they had to rent a car to go to a wedding 200 miles away. And they both ended up at the same wedding with the same car and the same GPS. And the GPS essentially pushed them together. But what impressed me about this movie was, from a mental health point of view, the embracing your past, embracing the dark side, embracing your toxic traits. Not embracing, but at least acknowledging, being aware of.
Hazard reported ahead. This might throw a wrench into our 5-year plan.
At least being aware of or learning from your mistakes. Because I've often said, if you don't learn from your mistakes, you're doomed to repeat them. So they actually go back. And what's fun to me in this rom-com, it is definitely funny in parts. I laughed out loud, and it is definitely romantic. So in this rom-com, what I found fascinating was both of them have opposite or compatible luggage. Nobody's without luggage. I have baggage, you have baggage, I meant baggage. I have baggage, you have baggage, everybody has baggage. None of us are perfect, none of us are flawless. However, does my baggage go along with yours? Or do they clash and become toxic? And one of my favorite scenes, maybe a spoiler alert, I don't remember this in the trailer. I don't like to watch the actual trailers sometimes because it gives away too much of the movie for me. But in one of the doors, they both go back to the same restaurant where they both had tragic things happen with their exes. And they were both basically on the brink of breaking up. And completely different reasons. I'm not going to tell you why they broke up, but their reasons were completely different. Her reason for breaking it up and his reason for breaking it up were completely different. But when you love someone, and I have done videos before about you can't say you love someone that you've never met. Loving someone is embracing their flaws and embracing their imperfections and accepting them for who they are and acknowledging that they're not perfect and yet still being sincerely and genuinely attracted to them. That is love. So in this rom-com, from a mental health point of view, I felt it was healthy to watch them fall in love with each other while witnessing each other's traumas. And one of my favorite scenes, my very favorite scene, was the two couples at the same restaurant, because magically they ended up at the same table, all four together, and it was really, really triggering and alarming and funny at the same time. But my second favorite scene was when Colin Farrell goes back to high school and relives a night that he was performing in his high school musical. Wow, that scene was spectacular. By the way, Colin Farrell and Margot Robbie are both perfection. Like, they're good in the movie, they're brilliant actors, and they're not bad to look at. I mean, she was freaking Barbie, for God's sakes. Alright, so how this movie was like the Butterfly Effect. So in the Butterfly Effect, we see that small changes can affect other parts of our life and or the world. A butterfly in another country might make a tornado here in America. I think that's a very elaborate butterfly effect. But how this movie is, in my opinion, like the butterfly effect is, again, when embracing your toxic traits and embracing your pain with honesty. And both of these adults, Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell, I think Sarah and David in the movie, had childhood trauma that they faced. And this is a mild spoiler alert, but Margot Robbie's mom dies when she's young. And her dad left the mom many, many years ago. She has no idea if he's alive or not, but wishes him dead because that pain. And that affects her as an adult, inflicting her own PTSD as an adult with relationships. Now, David, his parents are together now, but when he was 11, his mother left them. And there's a scene where he has to go back as his father and talk to his younger self. And his younger self is spilling his guts and crying because he was just heartbroken and rejected by a girl at school. And is telling his father that when mom left, that one time mom left for a couple months, he remembers hearing his dad weep in the other room. And how that traumatically affected him because he wanted to comfort his father but didn't know how. And how that has set himself up for his own relationship disasters. And how that PTSD affects him as an adult is how he didn't say this to the child, obviously, but he started to think and intellectualize about his own PTSD and how he is with relationships today. But the quote I was going to butcher for you, Margot Robbie's mother tells her when she goes back in the past and she's talking to her alive mother in a memory or in a magic door, she asks her mom the key to happiness. And it's funny because a lot of my clients will ask, how do I be happy? What's the purpose of life? How can I find happiness? And this quote or this story in the movie really resonated with me. And the mother said, don't chase happiness. Chasing happiness will destroy you. Chase being content. If you chase contentment and being content in the life you have and in your current surroundings, happiness will find you and you will enjoy the small joys in life with that contentment. Wow. That's good. Anyways, I do recommend this movie. I laughed. I didn't cry, but people in the group cried. My husband even liked it. He admittedly liked it, but I will also say he played a video game a video game on his phone for a lot of it because it wasn't fast action enough. He likes guns and violence and whatever. Again, my husband and I's luggage is very opposite. But I think you'll like it. Go see A Big Bold Beautiful Journey. Loving is easy.